and we should be silent for this
Yeah,
part.
he intros.
We should be silent for this part.
You'll hear me. You'll hear.
Okay, so we should.
You'll
not,
hear your time to jump in.
Okay.
You'll know. You
Okay.
know. Yes, and improv, all that good stuff. Anyway. Hi, hello, welcome to Directly to You. It's the fanatixfour podcast. I am AJ of fanatixfour. Skootish, shut up. I'm introing the show. You can support this show. I'm doing the plug for all this stuff.
Oh, it's happening
before
now.
Yes, it's happening now. Shut up, Jackson. That's Jackson. I'm joined by Jackson. I'm also joined by E, the good one, the one that's been here before, silent. And he understands when it's a good time to talk. Like, this is the job that we do.
I also sound better.
But yeah, you can support this show by going to youtube.com/fanatixfour or twitch.tv/fanatixfour and subscribing for $4.99, or on Twitch specifically if you have Amazon Prime, or you have an uncle or a mom or an aunt or a grandma that has Amazon Prime. You can link it to your Twitch account and get Prime Gaming and give it to us for free. Or one of these guys, they freaking stream on Twitch. If you want to hear Jackson scream at the top of his lungs, he's twitch.tv/Skootish. If you want to hear E, play freaking Guitar Hero, go to
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Guywiththehair live ? Underscore.
Stop it. Don't put the meme. Okay, only Bob does that.
Oh my god,
so rude, dude.
But yeah, also if you support us on YouTube or Twitch, you can join our Discord. Go to our supporters only Discord and talk to Duncan where he says yo yo yo. You can also join our Discord if you don't give us money or Prime subscriptions, and just talk to everybody in the description. Linked in the description, it's there. You can hang out in the Discord. Anyway, you guys playing video games? What video games are you playing?
I am playing video games. I play a lot of video games. Nice. I've been falling down a Hades hole right now.
That sounds very inappropriate, but okay.
You're right.
I've been loving that game. I've been playing it nonstop. It has gotten so bad that I am neglecting the other games that I've gotten. I've been neglecting my family. My dog died. It's not far off. But I have it on every console now too. I have it on Switch, I have it on PC.
Okay. I know it's on Switch.
Why would you do that?
I know it's on PC. Is it on anything else?
I think it might be on PS5. I don't know. I don't have it.
You don't have it on everything. Then if you don't even know everything that it's on.
I don't know. I have it on Switch and PC.
This man said he has it on 2 platforms. Said I have it on every console.
I'm covering all my bases. I got it on everything to cover my bases.
You're not.
I can play it portably, while I'm driving or something.
Oh, there we go. That's smart.
Yeah, that's a good example.
You're gonna meet Hades if you keep doing that.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, but that's the meme. Everybody's playing Hades, dude. Everybody's playing.
I love that game. I don't know what it is. It's so much fun.
I downloaded it. I played it for half an hour, and I was like, okay. And then I did other things. I'll go back to it one day. Yeah, I mean, I don't really get it yet. It didn't get to the point where I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get why people like this game. I'm like, this exists, but I'm hoping it clicks for me because I know a lot of people are freaking obsessed.
Yeah, they love it.
I don't know what it is. I started it. It was I was in the same boat. I did a run and I put it down. I was like, whatever, I hate this. And I have just been going and going and going, and I'll start playing at 8 p.m. and then I'll be like, okay, I'm time to go play League of Legends with my boys, and it's all of a sudden 3 a.m. and I'm just like, oh no.
Still playing Hades, dude.
Yeah, Hades is such a time sink.
So play Hades if you don't like your family anymore. You playing anything that's not Hades?
Yeah, I mean, we played the Monster Hunter demo a couple days ago, but also I have just been nonstop playing Smash, and I have been working.
You freaking hit me up on that. You can tell me
on my own. I'm not playing Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I keep telling people
I'll teach you Sephiroth, man. I'll make you the best Sephiroth you've ever seen.
I get you, and I'm working on my Sephi, but I'm also starting to use Cloud because I was like,
I can teach you Cloud too.
I know you can, AJ.
Speaking of that, I don't appreciate the fact that Skootish didn't see my freak or didn't appreciate my Sephiroth when I can actually use it. Because I went into one of Skootish's streams and I was playing handheld. I was over at my brother's house and I was like, I guess I'll play Smash with them. And I was playing handheld mode with Sephiroth, which I never tried. There's like some characters that handheld mode is fine, and it's like I could play Pokemon Trainer, no problem with handheld mode. But Sephiroth with handheld mode feels like garbage. But I was streaming it yesterday with freaking open chat gang, and my Sephiroth was in prime form.
I appreciated it. I watched it. I did. I was watching the whole time.
Man, you were just talking crap, dude. You're just talking crap in the chat. I saw that.
I do not recall me talking. I'm sorry. What was that? I don't use that language. That I don't. I was not talking garbage ever.
Yeah.
I would never. Sure. You are my friend, AJ. I say nice things to you.
This is gonna get weird real quick.
You're very good at Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Ahead of time.
This is getting very normal.
But that's what I mean to the average listener who listens directly to you. It is normal, but Jackson and I like to talk about things and get a little extreme, as AJ has quietly said, "Please don't." So, and so we're keeping it chill. I don't want to get competitive, okay, man? All right,
very calm.
So we're gonna do this.
Okay, so I'm sure that there's other video games you guys are playing, but there's a lot of stuff that we got to talk about as we already
There's
established.
so much stuff.
We're going to freaking just dive into it, dude. Just jump right into it, you know?
You know what? Let's just not talk about video games. Let's just not talk about video games, you know?
That's not what we do here.
That's not
we could do that on your podcast whenever you freaking invite us back.
Let's talk about video games then, AJ. Let's go. Let's
Now I feel threatened. So
So new Pokemon Snap, that's the thing that exists, and it got confirmed that there's a release date, and it's soon. It's freaking April 30th, and everybody is bringing back the conversation of, man, this game looks great, but Pokemon Sword and Shield for no reason at all has nothing to do with this video game. Looks like trash. Let's talk about that.
I do not care about Pokemon Snap.
Wow.
That's a hot take. I care a lot about Pokemon Snap. I don't care about Sword and Shield, to be honest. Which is really the first Pokemon game I've ever been like, I really don't care. I dropped the game, which I never do for Pokemon games. But this is the first time I was like, I'm done. Doesn't matter. But I'm very excited for Snap. And the Meganium.
I'm excited for both. I just like Pokemon. I like Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't get the all the propaganda around there where it's like, this game looks like trash, and it's like, have you played Pokemon? Pokemon has always looked like trash relative to everything else. Yeah. So like that's not what they're trying to do here. Like if it was a Pokemon Stadium game, I would understand people being like, this looks like garbage. Because when you look at Pokemon Stadium relative to other N64 games, it was technically impressive. But Pokemon has never been that, or even tried to be. So for this specifically, which is in a similar vein, like Pokemon Snap, I would say is technically impressive visually. Like Pokemon Stadium.
I'll agree with
that.
It
looked fantastic. The graphics were great. When I say I don't care about Pokemon Snap, I mean like I don't. When I was a kid, my mom didn't let me have video games because she thought they were like the devil's lettuce. And
marijuana, understand.
I was not allowed to have like an N64. They eventually let me have a Game Boy because like they wanted me to shut up during long car rides, and I only was allowed to play it.
Gotcha.
On car
so
rides.
You can engage with the devil when it keeps you away from your parents.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So I never played Pokemon Snap as a kid, and everyone has all these fond memories of Pokemon Snap, but I don't have it, and I find the premise to be one of the most boring things I've ever heard of in my life.
Wow.
See, you just got to play
Pokemon.
I've
never played it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's why you don't care.
I'm obviously gonna get this game no matter what, because I like you, AJ. I'm a Pokemon simp. I'm gonna
can't say that
word.
You can say that word.
You can say that word as long as it's not bullying someone.
As long as you don't spell out the acronym.
You're right.
The iTunes algorithm doesn't know, dude.
You're right.
Wait, what's the algorithm?
It doesn't matter. I'm actually, when I saw the the sparkly Meganium come up, I was like, oh, Oh, what's that
I was
mean?
like,
They're gonna have like
it's very interesting because Meganium is the redheaded stepchild of the 3 starters of Johto.
It's so true,
like,
bro.
It's like, why would you ever pick Meganium?
Dude, I love Chikorita. I picked Chikorita first round in when I
feel
played,
so bad for you.
I was just
sure
like,
you
let's
didn't
do
have a
it,
good
man.
time. The second you pick Chikorita, it's like, I think that's probably like the worst possible scenario in any Pokemon
I like a challenge,
game.
man.
Because
all
Chikorita
and then it was
set up like
Cyndaquil,
that.
So yeah.
Like picking Charizard or whatever right off the bat when you're fighting Brock, it's like, oh crap. Like I started at a disadvantage, but there's so much more things that you can get to mitigate that, where it's like, if I can catch a Mankey right next to this town,
or even
I can just low
Nidoran.
kick everybody. Yeah, exactly. There's so many options that you can just be like, and now like with Fire Red, like Pokemon Let's Go and all that stuff, Charmander learns Metal Claw. So it's like, okay, well, I'll just yeet him with Charmander. Yeah. But with Chikorita, it's just like, you're screwed. Like, what are you going to do? Get a Bellsprout?
Gym leader. The first gym leader is just like, sup. Just like, heck. And you're done.
Like, well, rip, dude. But yeah, Meganium's garbage. As far as like the whole graphics comparison, I do think that there's a chance that this will have a positive outcome for the mainline games, because the main issue with the mainline games is that they're in a transitional period. They had this whole big initiative with the first 3DS games to be like, we're going to make all new models for all our Pokemon in high resolution, and this is going to be our way to carry ourselves through the next generation. And they planned for that to be a future-proof thing. It's not something that is feasible for literally any company on the planet, let alone a company that makes 240p resolution video games their whole entire existence. And before then, they were a magazine company. They're like, okay, we have these 1080p assets that we're going to downscale, and like in the meantime, while they're developing for 3DS, and eventually release on higher resolution consoles when the need calls for it. But now they're on a higher resolution console that is going to require more and more of their assets to look better. That's going to take time. But here it presents them with the opportunity to reuse the assets that Bandai Namco, and I'd assume Game Freak and Creatures Inc. and the other people that are usually involved with creating Pokemon games and assets, they could just use these assets again. Not necessarily the world, definitely the Pokemon.
Yeah, the way that it looks to me is a lot like they use like the already rendered out video to have over. I could be wrong, because it's like they're doing, the original Pokemon Snap, you're really going through the same thing over and over again. So like, I don't know if they're going to be like, every time you go through, it'll be different, because obviously like also,
well, that's something that they talk about
here
in the press release. Is that
okay?
They're doubling down on the whole like Metroidvania like spin to Pokemon Snap, where it's like you do it and then you go through and then you get new stuff, and that changes how you go through.
I'm very interested in that, because I was concerned if we weren't going to see like up to date Pokemon 2. I didn't know if they were going to be like, hey, no, not all 800, but like from what you see here, I mean, it seems like you're going to be able to see as many as they can throw in there. So I'm pumped.
Yeah, it like, I don't know, I'm just skeptical. Like I've never played the game, and I don't get it, but the premise is so crazy, and I guess what I want is just a new thing. Like I like Pokemon games when they like try something new. Like I loved Pokemon Channel on the GameCube. I love all those like wacky side games that you're like, oh my god, like why would this work? But I guess that's like,
so how is not Pokemon Snap for you specifically literally that? Because if you never played the original game,
no, I realize how dumb I sounded as I was talking. Yeah.
It's fine as long as you know.
Like I don't know. It's just the premise is like so weird to me,
dude. It's Pokemon Instagram. What's so weird about that?
Yeah, but I hate Instagram.
It's Pokemon photography. Yeah, but it's you being able to take really cool pictures of Pokemon. It's like when you're playing Breath of the Wild and you pull out the camera, but all the time. Like it's literally
that's it. No game besides that. Like,
no, that's literally what it is.
no, I know that's what it is. I just
And but that's the thing.
I feel
It's
like
not just that, because the thing about Breath of the Wild, or that analogy, is that it's like, yeah, it is that in the sense that you're taking pictures, and there is the Breath of the Wild thing of like, I wonder what happens if I do this. You know, like if I throw this thing in this area and it baits that Pokemon to go near that other Pokemon, or that thing that looks like it's about to blow up. What happens? You know, like that's the thing about Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon Snap specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackson, I think you're gonna be the next great Pokemon Snap photographer. You'll see. You'll see. We'll probably do a sketch about you being like a snobby photographer. Actually, it's not a bad idea.
My glasses keep getting smaller and smaller, and my scarf keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, God.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm just so. I've always been so apprehensive. I will give it a chance, but I've always been so apprehensive about Pokemon Snap, especially because like in and I know this is like an extremely like different thing, but like in Pokemon Sun and Moon, they had those picture taking moments. It just feels like they're giving you a mini game that could be included in a main game, and like that's my main thing. That's my main problem.
You'll see that this is different from that, because this is like,
because people that have played the original Pokemon Snap don't like those things. You know, it's like it feels like. Yeah. It feels like a Federation 4 sort of thing, where everybody's like, we want Metroid, and they're like, okay, here's Metroid, sort of. That's what
exactly.
I got a. This is not connected to Pokemon at all. It just makes me happy. I got a mini fridge for 6 Coca-Colas. Best decision I've ever purchased in my life.
Specifically Coca-Cola. Are you sponsored?
See, you know what the issue is with the issue when we have these podcast things, whenever we do this, is no one knows how to transition, and it's really apparent, because we're just talking about Pokemon, and Jackson's like, yeah, but
this has nothing to do with the topic that we're talking about.
I'm just thirsty. I got the Coke. I have it right here. I didn't even get up.
Dude,
it's awesome.
Who else is thirsty and I'm sure has Coke? Bowser's Fury.
Ooh,
3D World.
That was a good transition.
It's a thing that is coming out. And everybody sees
excited for
it's crazy, dude. Like, because for so long, everybody's like, what is this going to be, man? Like, what's Bowser's Fury? It looks super cool. It could be like a whole new game, but like, what is it? And now we know. We also know that
I didn't watch the playthrough, but
the playthrough.
What playthrough?
There's like 7 minutes of playing, right? There was that.
I didn't see them play it.
I did not see that
one
either.
trailer.
I saw the one trailer.
Oh, I thought there was more. I could be wrong.
I saw it 2 minutes. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't even see any articles about that. But yeah, everybody's like speculating, because Nintendo specifically was like, this is a short, like fun new adventure or whatever. So everybody now is like, how short? And the question I have is like, does that even matter? Like, have you guys played the original 3D World?
I have.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. Actually, what I was saying before, there is a 7-minute overview. But it's mixed between 3D World and Bowser's Fury. Either way, like, I love all the 3D Mario games, and like a lot of people have been saying that Bowser's Fury is reminding them of more of like is this like a pseudo DLC like Odyssey, to Odyssey? Sort of, everyone's like, this looks so good. Right. And the fact that you have Bowser Jr. with the paintbrush gives me pure sunshine vibes and makes me super happy. But then also like just this destructive Bowser where you're like, wait, what the heck just happened? How did they throw that in there? And then also, Super Saiyan Mario really got me there.
I saw you see Jerry tweet about that. Jerry was like, they're copying Supersonic. I was like, what? I was like, what?
No, that's not the same thing.
Oh man, no, it's great.
Yeah. I'm excited for Bowser's Fury a lot, but I think it's only going to be like an hour.
I don't think it's going to be that short. I think it's going to be.
I think it will be long.
I think it's going. I mean, it's not going to be long. They specifically said it won't be, but I think it's going to be like somewhere around 2 to 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think so too.
I just from what we've seen, I'm frightened about like the locale just being like the same thing. Like nothing's different. Like it's just like the same hill, the same, you know, world 1-1 over and over again, I guess is the best way to describe it.
I don't know.
Like-
It looks more difficult.
Yeah, it
And
looks-
there's like the train there
Yeah.
too, and
Mm.
and like there's also the like is Bowser Jr. going to be like
Playable?
like just
He's
like your
playable.
floating?
Yeah, I heard
friend?
it was
he's
playable.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it can't. So this is multiplayer too. Hey, that's dope.
And it's
love that. I
online
love everything about
multiplayer.
that.
It's two,
I'm-
but it's specifically
That's
2 players.
nuts.
I'm
Mhm,
guessing
got it.
Bowser's Fury is just Mario and Bowser Jr. I don't
Yeah.
know though. I really did not.
It
read
is.
into-
It's just 2 players.
yeah. Okay. That's cool.
And Bob was like, "I'm just playing this by myself, dude. I swear to the Lord, if we don't
I was
stream this,
about to ask you, like, did you already take ownership of that?
I will
Well,
attack
I
this
do know-
man if we don't freaking post stream about this. We got to do with Cute
Yeah.
Boys. We got to do the freaking like the main thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the actual 3D world with like
Yeah.
4 people? I'd be down for
Yeah.
that.
But
That'd
who
be a
knows?
fun game.
Who knows if MDB's gonna be there? So I mean, you guys can fight.
Oh, yeah.
for MDB spot.
Okay,
I
I'll
guess.
kill Jackson for it.
Okay. That's fair.
And we
get
know
it.
the file size and all that good stuff. I think it's supposedly smaller than the original game, but that's like a trend with most
Yeah.
Switch games.
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
ones.
which is cool. The fact that they have that. I mean, it. Well, I
2.9
guess it's
gigabytes
just
and install it in the Switch game
for it
includes
to
the
fit
edition.
on the cartridge, right? Or is it more just a thing where it's like they can optimize?
Okay,
it
so the
now to
Wii
fit
U
that
game
on it?
is smaller than the Switch game.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
1.7
okay.
gigabytes, but relative, it's not that much bigger for what people like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The added mode and all that good stuff, and online play, and blah 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 blah.
The added mode.
Yeah, I already.
looks- Oh, sorry. What were you
ahead.
saying? E?
No, go Jax.
No, buddy. I interrupted you.
Oh my God! Somebody talk.
So I already pre-ordered it because I want to try to get all those pins because
Yeah.
Nintendo likes to bait you and have the if you do these 15 missions you can get this exclusive set
Yeah,
of
the
pins
35th
and one of them is a
anniversary thing.
freaking sunshine pin and I'm like, oh, I want it. So like I pre-ordered it, so we'll see what happens.
We shall see.
I'm excited for 3D World. I loved that game throughout my senior year of high school and all of college. Me and my friends would just like constantly run levels that we've completed over and over again just for the fun of it to see who gets the crown. I don't know if I'll have that same relationship with this game, but I'll get it to try to recreate like those memories, which is exactly why they're selling ports. They're selling me my memories, not a new game. But the Bowser's Fury,
I think the reason why they're selling ports is because most people don't have memories of this game specifically.
that too.
That's a Wii U dilemma, so
Yeah.
I'll attest to that one too.
I don't know. I also feel like Bowser's Fury, to me at least, felt more like Odyssey DLC than 3D World DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
that's
saying
what it
that.
looks like. It doesn't
Yeah.
even look like it's in like. I mean, visually, the game like 3D World looked good and looks good.
Yeah.
But like the engine looks like more of a 3D Mario game where you're not constricted in the same way. Like with 3D World, it's almost like a hybrid of 2D Mario and 3D Mario. Bowser's Fury just feels more like 3D Mario without the 2D.
Yeah,
aspects.
it looks like to get those suns, which I'm assuming will be like the stars or whatever.
Mhm.
They all looked like the Scarecrow challenges in Odyssey to me. Like that's the vibe I got from them.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how it plays out, but I think I'm more excited for this game than I am Pokemon Snap.
That makes sense.
That's crazy. how
They
they-
also have the Cat Mario and Cat Peach amiibo coming out, and if you
Yeah.
have the Cat Mario amiibo, it's the white Cat Mario, and you get the Invincible Cat Mario power up. And if you have Cat Peach, you get a random power.
Yeah, it's a
up.
random power up.
And
I don't like that. I don't like those things. Like I want the amiibo for the toy
or the amiibo. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
but like I don't like the power up. Like
yeah.
it's weird. It's weird. Like I always when they first announced amiibo, like the Smash Brothers implementation of the idea is really good.
For like the custom fighters and stuff.
Yeah, but also I think that amiibo being used as like physical DLC would have been dope too. Like games that have DLC, it's just literally, hey, if you buy this amiibo, scan it and you get the DLC, that sort of thing. Like
they used to do that with like the e-reader cards. Like when they had they would do that with that. So I guess it just doesn't pay to try to put that stuff in a toy. You got to mass produce that code.
It's just like how many people are buying amiibos for the added functionality and not just for the toy? I wonder what
that's
the
minority
breakdown is there.
Yeah.
I have amiibo that I've never registered to a console ever. Just like on my shelf right now.
Same. You just collect them now, dude.
They look
literally the
really
only time
cool.
I use amiibo. I did the one thing that most people did where it's like, oh, Breath of the Wild came out. Let me scan all my amiibo.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I want the wolf. Yeah. Like,
exactly.
that type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But after that, I was like, okay, that's fine. And then Smash, I scan characters that I know how to play or that I know if I can like train them to be annoying. That's about it. That's the full extent of my usage of amiibo. So it's kind of disappointing when they do amiibo like that, where it's like a power up.
I get that.
Use that.
Yeah, I feel like there could be cooler things. I think my favorite amiibo integration was I think Mario Party 10 when you scanned it and you got like basically
you have a favorite anything in that sin of a game.
No, but like it was cool. Like you scanned them and not only were they like your character, but like it was back to like classic Mario Party. And it wasn't like the stupid car thing. Like that's how I played Mario Party 10 with my friends. Like we did it that way because we like Mario Party, but we hated the car.
I'll allow it. Also, I don't know how this has anything to do with allowing anything, but Nintendo is releasing a Mario Switch.
How dare they?
The Switch, dude.
Those bastards. They already know I'm gonna buy it. I really honestly I really want the is the Switch itself red?
The Switch itself is red.
The Switch itself is red, dude, except for the kickstand. The kickstand, that's you're on your own on that one, but the rest of the Switch is red.
I was about to say I just want the dock, but now I want the whole Switch. They know so well.
I would have bought this if it was blue. I don't care about
if it was switched the color.
Yeah, if it was switched, I would 1000% I would get this. Or like if the Switch itself was blue and the dock was red, I'd be down with that too.
I'm upset they didn't do that because that would have looked a lot better.
It would have been so sick, dude. And also I want a blue Switch. Like Parker has freaking double blue Joy-Con. I don't have double blue Joy-Con. I want double blue Joy-Con. But rip, dude.
I just need a new Switch. Like
again,
what happened to your Switch?
No, I just have the first generation Switch.
Oh, you had the launch Switch.
Jackson, I thought you got the Animal Crossing Switch.
No, I never got it.
You have the Pokemon Switch.
Yeah, that's still generation 1.
Oh,
that's not.
You're right.
Switch.
You're right. You're right.
Like it just and the battery, like it's like definitely winding down. Like I can notice like it's slow. Like it takes me like 2 hours of playing like a game to like die, which is still like good, but like. If I'm on a 3-hour flight, I have to spend an hour of the flight twiddling my thumbs. Like,
well, now you can just plug things in while you fly.
Yeah, I was gonna say just plug it in.
I mean, if it has like the plug, but like,
get a power bank and plug it in, man.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't have a power bank. I want a cool Switch.
Okay, this Switch looks dope.
This Switch looks awesome.
I'm just hoping Jackson doesn't go and try to buy it, and he is number 501 out of 500 because that
happens so
twice to
often.
Him already. Jackson has been twice where he's been like, "I'm next." No, you're not ever. Like it's no more. It's very.
We sold
sad.
The Last Guy 2 for free just so you.
That
happened.
That literally happened for the Animal Crossing Switch. Bob and I were waiting online
and PS5.
And Jackson was literally next
wait,
online.
do you still not have a PlayStation 5?
No, Jackson.
Right there.
He's right there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at the news.
Yeah, he's doing what's important, Jackson. What was I was gonna say something about this Switch though. Yeah, they just you know what's interesting? How when was the last time they made a custom Switch like this, though? They haven't done that in a bit, right? Like
where everything is where the Switch itself
everything
is
is custom.
Color.
Is it Animal
I think
Crossing?
literally the only time they did that was for the Labo contest Switch. I think that's pretty much it.
Didn't they do that for the Sum too?
No, I'm pretty sure.
No, he's saying like actual color. Like they do the ones with the patterns.
Right.
Like where the Switch itself is a different
red.
color.
Like the Switch is red.
Okay. Yeah. Word up. No, I from my knowledge, I don't know anything.
Yeah. So
imagine they have this new Switch come out and there's a new theme on it. And it's all Mario. I would lose it. I'd be like, "What?
That'd
this
be
is
crazy.
Not fair now."
It doesn't look like that's
right?
the case because look at the promo. I mean,
no, it won't be. But yeah. But
I mean, speaking of that, on the topic of this whole Mario Switch thing, I didn't put a topic on this about this, but this is like fall over from the Mario anniversary celebration that was supposed to be throughout last year, but got delayed and stuff like that. This is spilling over from that. There's more anniversaries, dude. Are we getting a Pokemon special edition Switch for this?
Pokemon and Zelda, dude.
Are we getting Zelda?
Yeah,
exactly.
I would hold out for a Zelda one, honestly.
You might want.
Why?
To do that.
I like Zelda more than I like Mario.
Oh, you would hold out for a Zelda Switch?
Yeah.
Or I thought you were saying I'd hold out for anything Zelda. I'd be like, dude,
I think
mess with my emotions.
I'm with you. I hear you.
I would. I just like Zelda more than I like Mario games.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick, I would do that too.
That makes sense.
No, I'm just not a platformer guy, really.
I literally the only Zelda game without caveats that I love is Breath of the Wild. Every other Zelda game, it's like I like Wind Waker. Wind Waker's dope, but Link to the Past is dope, but Mario.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people have that. Yeah, a lot of people have their butt with Zelda because it's like they're all great games, but a lot of them have flaws that they just happen. Like everyone, they rag on Skyward Sword, but it's still a good game. It's just people.
Yeah, it's like they're good.
They made it seem bad. So.
Most Nintendo games, there's not really a Nintendo published first party game that they tried on that I would say is bad. There are games that, in the same way, I'll say a lot of Smash Brothers characters are bad, but that's just because there's 40 other ones that are better than that one. That doesn't mean that they can't do anything. But it's just there's so much great stuff that the stuff that's just good stands out and seems bad in comparison. But yeah, I freaking hope they do a Pokemon.
I'm still excited for this.
I hope they do it.
Yeah, that'd be another Pokemon Switch though. That would be.
So it's Pokemon.
That'd be awesome. I'm with
You're okay, fine. You're not wrong, but yeah.
Come on, a half red and a half white Switch, like a Pokeball Switch. Come on, let's go.
Yo, I want it. Give me a Pokemon.
Yeah, right.
Switch.
We want that.
And I was going to.
They already did it. They did it with the 3DS.
I still get so close all the time for no reason at all to buying the Pokemon Sword and Shield Switch Lite. I don't need a Switch Lite. What do I need a Switch Lite for?
I literally have a Switch Lite purely because it was the guy with the hair colors. That was the only reason why I got it. I've never played it ever.
Oh,
there's
and we did that giveaway. We did that giveaway too. But yeah.
At first there was a reason to get it because it had a better battery life than the original Switch, but then I got the better battery life Switch, so it was like now I don't need it, but I still want it.
Yeah, exactly.
I almost did it for the thing because Tweak, Smash Brothers player, he was at a major and he was playing Pokemon, grinding for shinies while he was waiting for his set to start, and he was in between matches playing Pokemon. I was like, yo, I can use that. That'll be I play games while I'm playing games, dude. Sitting in the Smash arena waiting.
For me, there's no point. The Switch Lite is silly because the whole point of the Switch is that it's literally in the name. You can switch the way you play.
Yeah.
The Switch Lite, you cannot. That is it. You can play.
Yeah,
handheld,
but if you're a child that your parents don't trust you with $300,
I'm not saying it's a bad device, but for
you it doesn't make sense. Yeah, for me it doesn't make sense either. But I might buy it because I like Pokemon things. All right, get off my back. Anyway,
okay, go for it.
Speaking of liking Pokemon things, Pokemon Company is rolling out the 25th anniversary celebration in 2021 with a bunch of stuff. Katy Perry is involved for some reason.
Well, Katy Perry's involved for a very important reason.
Why is that? Explain to me why she's involved.
AJ.
Uh-huh.
AJ.
Mm-hmm.
She has a song Diamond, and she has a song called Pearl. Diamond and Pearl remakes confirmed. They're going to be called Katie Diamond and Pearl Perry.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that was actually why they did it.
That'd be pretty epic.
What if she releases a song called Diamond and Pearl?
Oh my God.
Jackson, you got to tweet that out, and then when it actually happens,
you
retweet that tweet and be like, I told you.
Yeah, you should have tweeted that.
Oh,
you should have already tweeted it.
I'll tweet it now.
Also, there's bound to be a Leonhardt, Katy Perry collab, because he tweeted at her saying, "Hey, let's do some openings," and she said, "Yeah."
Really?
So, yeah, she responded to it and was like, "Of course," and I was like, "Whoa, crazy!" Yeah, imagine that.
They're doing the reprints of like the freaking first run of cards or whatever. Like
they're doing that too.
It's like so hype about. Yo, Pokemon Company. I know that sometimes you send me cards and stuff, dude.
Yeah, for real, man.
Damn.
I just wish the little Pikachu that was on it wasn't so big.
Yeah, it's huge, dude.
It's like,
I wonder if that's going to make them worth more or less.
It's going to make them worth more, dude. If you have
specifically right now, I think that they're going to be worth less, but later they might be worth more.
Because this is going to be limited anyway. So once these are like available for the next, and like all these major card pack openers, they're going to buy like 1,000 packs of them and just clean everybody out. So I mean, either way, but like, are they going to have like holographic? Are they going to have like special cards that exist this way? Like, but it's all the starters, right? It's just the starters and Pikachu. Oh no, it's not. I see Rowlet.
No, it's not. They use that as like the promotional material, like the thing of like, we're doing this, and then it had Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Pikachu. But I think they're doing the whole first run.
I love the OG Squirtle, because OG Squirtle just looks like he's having a bad time, and I just laugh so much. He's just like, he looks like he's choking on the bubbles, like, to be real.
Yeah. But Squirtle sounds like that. Like, his voice sounds like he's not having a good time.
Yeah,
Granted, I mean,
100%.
So does Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur sounds like he's not having a good time.
They sound pretty similar.
Yeah, they both sound like they need a lozenge or something.
Should be cool though.
Yeah, man, I'm down. Announce more things, please.
Yeah, for real. I want to see. I just want to see.
I need all the Pokemon things. I need all of it.
Do you think, AJ, that they're gonna do like a Let's Go Johto?
They could, but I'm not expecting it. It definitely seems like Let's Go is like a thing that they could do because they could. Yeah, it was like, hey, we gotta get used to HD development. So like, what's a playground that we can do pretty easily that will get people excited, and like we're doing double duty, like we're warming up, and we're also gonna sell millions of units of this thing.
Any Johto game I'm on board for.
I'd be down.
I love Johto. Like, I think the first time I understood what was happening in a Pokemon game was Gold. And Heart Gold is my favorite game in the series, which is not
but now Sword and Shield, especially after the DLC. DLC is wild.
I don't know. Something about Gen 8 didn't click it for me.
The memes. I get it. Everybody wanted to hate the game. I get it. Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to hate the game, but like I played through it twice, and the second playthrough is like so terrible to me.
I like Pokemon Sword and Shield because, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like in a vacuum, all the Pokemon games for me are like Pokemon Sword and Shield in the sense that it's like, this is vapid and it's not really challenging and blah, 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 and all this stuff. But it's the best example of what they have so far for like the battle mechanics and all that stuff. Like the people that are playing the game for what the game actually is and not trying to like force it to be what they want it to be. Whereas like everybody thinks of Pokemon, or like the casual fans and the people that are really mad about Sword and Shield think about Sword and Shield as an RPG. So they're like, man, this is supposed to be like my Dragon Quest or my Final Fantasy sort of experience, but it's not that.
No.
The core of Pokemon is and has always been the competitive end of it, the trading with your friends and stuff like that. And Pokemon Sword and Shield cut through all that fat and said, we're not going to like make up this grand story or whatever. The whole conceit of this is that you're this young trainer. You just started. You got a Pokemon 3 days ago. We're not going to make you we're not going to put the fate of the worlds in your hands. Like you're just there and you're taking part of it. And all
with that game, like I said this before, like I put that game down. Like I was like, I'm done with it. It just felt too easy in a way. Like I didn't play it the way that you obviously play it, but like I was like, all right, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna go through the gyms. I'm gonna do the Elite Four. By the 7th gym, I was so OP. Yeah, I was like, dude, I don't even want to continue this. It was just weird. That's never happened.
They give you enough rope to hang yourself. We're not going to make you feel constrained if you don't want to be. And people just ran with that and didn't understand that that's why they're doing that. Like the wild area and like the fact that you can grind there and do all that stuff is there so that if you're having trouble, you can grind your Pokemon up. But what a lot of people did is they just stuck with one team. They spent 40 hours in the wild area. And then they're like, how are my Pokemon level 99? All I did was get XL candies and gave it to my Pokemon and had one team and that's it.
It's
like,
so true.
Of course it's easy. I'm
not even saying my problem with the game is that it's easy. That's not what I'm saying. I actually, like, as someone who's plays the game like twice, because I usually get both versions because I don't like talking to people to trade Pokemon. I just don't. I played through the game twice. I've never had an issue like playing through the game twice, but like this one, it feels like a slog. Whenever you're not playing the game, it feels so slow and so monotonous to get through. It's not that it's an easy thing, because I don't think Pokemon has ever been difficult. I don't think it's ever been hard. I felt like it's always been pretty easy. Like I can play through any old Pokemon game, but Gen 7 and Gen 8, I feel like they just are so slow comparatively, and that's what I don't like.
I felt like that with Gen 7, but Gen 8 I disagree. Like I feel that the thing about it though is like even with Gen 7, going backwards from any Pokemon game feels like hell for me, because even with the games that people are like, this is the worst thing, there's always so much quality of life improvements introduced that going back is hard. But Gen 7 specifically, like I lost all my Pokemon because I lost the original cartridge that I had on Sun, and I had every Pokemon, like all my Pokemon, bank Pokemon, and all that stuff.
My God.
So I tried to replay it. Nintendo sent me Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which I gave to Parker, and he still didn't play it. How dare you, Parker? Look at freaking.
Come on, Parker.
You look the give horse in the mouse. Nintendo out of kindness of their heart.
That's a big horse.
The product.
How dare you, Parker? That was a whole Solgaleo you licked in the mouth.
How dare you?
I know.
I was trying to like get those Pokemon back, but I was like, I can't do this. Like this game specifically felt like that. But Sword
my mom
is super fast for me. Like it's like you get straight into it in a way that doesn't really happen in other, like literally, and every other Pokemon game, there's some sort of like hold up that's arbitrary where it's like, you can't run yet because you didn't talk to your mom. Like that sort of thing. For real,
but
Pokemon Sword and Shield are just like, okay, dude, have at it.
My mom threw away my cartridge for Pokemon White. Same as you. All my Pokemon just gone. I've never completed my Pokedex since.
Horrible.
So sad.
So why would Kelly do that?
It was to kind of like teach me a lesson. Like don't leave don't
have
your
collections, son.
Don't leave your cartridges on your desk. Like put them away in the case where they belong.
She could have threw it. You know what I would have did? I would have threw away a different game. Like, what's the least important one in here?
She didn't know what she was doing.
Sure,
that's crazy. That's crazy. How dare you, Kelly? How dare you?
I hid my games. So
from Kelly?
from specifically from Jackson's mom 15 years ago.
Ooh, when I find him, she would always say, "Ooh, when I find out who that Elia boy where he hides his games, ooh, I'm gonna get him."
I met
And
Jackson
I was always
3 years
confused.
ago.
I was like, who's Elia? I didn't know him.
Great.
So the game explain stuff. You guys hear about all this?
This is crazy. I actually I got food poisoning last night from a Chinese place around me.
Okay.
And like all of a sudden my YouTube was just this drama from this one creator. I forget his name. So I'm actually on. I'm in the know about this right now.
Okay. So thoughts. What do you think about this? So just a quick run through. Former GameXplain employees have started a new thing, Good Vibes Gaming. They did their podcast. They were talking about the run through of last year's games. Part of that was their experience playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. That had a bunch of stuff attached to it as far as like their process of playing the game, because they reviewed the game for GameXplain. It was a super short embargo. Turn around, played the game. It was like 100 hours or something like that in 2 days. And yeah, crappy. It's not good. For a long time, Andre Segers wasn't saying anything. He recently made a statement. Well, he made an initial statement. That statement sucked. Then he made another statement. Still not all that great, but
did he make a new one recently? I saw how recent? Today?
I'm pretty sure it was today or late last night.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It's in the article that I linked. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
he also he said in the article. I mean, they gave him a similar statement. I mean, he gave them a similar statement. Device.
Got it. Yeah, I'm. I've met Derek and a few of the other guys, the former GameXplain guys, and they're all great dudes. And to read into this and see that like there was a lot more that people didn't know about, which is usually the case with a lot of this stuff. The thing with YouTube in general, when you turn something into this conglomerate of a thing, and like GameXplain is one, they're super well known. And I remember going to like the Nintendo World Championships 2017. I was there and we were all in like the same area. Jackson, you were there too. And we were all with like the GameXplain guys, and everyone seemed great, but like seeing this really shows you like, hey, like this could either get to somebody or they just don't know how to handle being a human being. So either way, it's a crappy thing to happen, because you don't want that to like make a huge effect on a channel that does really well, but obviously has now there's going to be repercussions, which sucks.
Yeah. But the thing that it's weird to me, because doing this, the way that I heard them talk about it, like I saw these headlines and I saw people getting mad, so I went straight to them talking about it on the podcast. And the way that he described it, like they spin it in a really weird way, where it seemed more intentional than it was. For me, the way that this reads with the information that they presented and the way that they presented it, it was more Andre being careless than him being like evil. Like it was more so him being like, well, I do this, I work myself to death for no real reason, so why can't you? And not even in like this mandated way. Like from the statements that I've seen, maybe Steve has said more sense than, it didn't seem like something that Andre was like, you have to do this. You have to do the Final Fantasy review. You have to make the embargo, so on and so forth. It was more a thing of like. So
what they just so I have more context, they did the review for Final Fantasy VII. They got the game 2 days before. They only had 2 days to play it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a long game, dude.
Yes.
It's 35 hours.
Yeah. Because I'm reading this now, and it's with Bowling saying I broke down in tears and stuff. Yeah, that's nuts.
And for me, like as somebody that does this and works with somebody in a similar capacity with Parker, this seemed more like where he would come to me, because I'm super lax with this stuff. If Parker's like, dude, I can't do this for whatever, you don't even got to explain it to me. You can't do it. All right, whatever. It's fine. You don't have to do it. With the podcast, he messaged me and was like, I can't make the podcast this week. Okay. You don't even got to tell me why. But if Steve went to Andre and basically was like, I love Final Fantasy VII, I want this code. All right, The thing that would have been crappy that I don't know if I'm missing or not is if Andre was like, you have to review this and you have to make embargo, put in this much amount of time. I need this many videos
to get the game.
From my understanding, and the stories and everything that I've seen, it was okay. The game just came and we just got the code for the review. It has to be this guy because he's like me. Like if we were to ever get a code like this, I'm assuming it would go to me because I know
you love the game,
every little facet of
because you absolutely
this
100%.
world and exactly. So he's like me. He has that knowledge. It had to be him. It wasn't Andre could not have done it because he would have missed.
But it was specifically something that he was that.
And it was something he was excited for and he signed on for.
So he asked to do it.
Yes.
Not Andre told him he has to do it.
No.
And to be clear, I'm not trying to defend Andre. I think Andre handled this in a terrible way. I think Andre still is handling this in a bad way.
I don't actually think Andre, I agree with you. I don't think Andre's a terrible person. I don't think, I think unfortunately, and I'll get into this in a minute, but this guy signed on to do this. He knew he had to meet embargo because you have to that's just
But again, I think that this is so I don't want to glorify that or make that seem like it's okay.
I'm not.
It's not okay.
I'm about to vilify it.
The people that I think people should be more mad at is Square.
Because 100%.
That was crappy.
Yeah.
I don't from all the
2
everybody's
days, man.
statements everywhere. Yeah, I've seen no statements that said that Andre told them that they had to hit embargo. It was very much something that was Square gave them 2 days. Well, that's the embargo, got to help the site or whatever.
Everyone, no one got this game crazy early.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's Square. Right. That's Square's fault.
That's Square's fault. But every game does this, and it's
not every game does this.
A lot of game companies do this. I know CD Projekt Red did it for Cyberpunk.
No, dude,
you just named another crappy example.
That's because a lot of companies don't give out the embargo until just before the game releases because they're not confident in the game. If a company like Nintendo gives an embargo for something like a new Smash game, they're going to give it to us 2 weeks before because they already know the game's going to be killer. So they don't really have to worry about that. But a game like Cyberpunk that has done terrible in the last month, they're gonna try. It's just like Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom did not even have an embargo, and that game was terrible. So it's just like that. Companies avoid that tremendously.
You phrased that wrong. It didn't send out. They didn't send out review copies because it did. That's what with Sonic Boom specifically.
Yeah.
It had an embargo.
Yes, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, and I understand.
My bad.
I understand why Square, releases any of their review codes because I think Kingdom Hearts 3 they had a very similar review code thing. Granted, that game was stolen and leaked on the internet months before the game's release. But they do this because their stories in particular, their big thing is just here's the story. Giant right turn and when you thought we were going left and everything's different, everything changes. So Final Fantasy VII Remake, if that game managed to leak on the internet, it would have been completely ruined. And I
don't know if I don't know if I think that that's okay. They're not just releasing it to the wild early. They're sending this to outlets. There's legal repercussions if they leak that.
It still manages to leak. Breath of the Wild leaked when it was early, during reviews. These things just happen. It takes one.
But they're not leaking from the IGNs of the world.
It takes one asshole though. Right, but once it's out there, it's out there. No matter what.
I disagree. I think that there's definitely ways for them to not be garbage and send it to outlets that have proven time and time again that they just want to do their job. Sending it to everybody at this super tight deadline is not good. And some of the blame does fall on the outlets, because I know us specifically, again, like how I handle this stuff. When there's any type of video or game code or stuff like that, it's free reign. You want this game? Cool. Here's the game. Make a video when you want to. But I know that GameXplain's not set up like that. Like they're very like down to the minute. We got to hit this embargo. We got to get this review out in time, because their value proposition isn't their personalities and like how they engage with a specific thing. It's this is the thing. So there's part of the blame falling on them for requiring that. Part of the blame falls on the publishers for facilitating and perpetuating that. It just like, this is more than just the Andre Seegers issue. And I think it's dangerous to try to make it an Andre Seegers issue, because even when it's people that have put up safeguards and tried their best to make sure that they have a healthy work relationship with all their employees and contractors and stuff like that, they get blowback from this. Like if something, whatever, somebody got mad at Bob or me or whatever, right? The people that we work with could very well frame it like that. Like if Parker one day woke up and was like, dude, I spent so much time on that 2020 video that I wanted to do, you know, and I didn't get paid for the thing that I specifically fought for, you know. It would be weird, because it's like, well, I let you do that because that's what you wanted to do. It wasn't something that like, and you didn't ask me for more or whatever. If this was Andre saying we need Final Fantasy VII reviewed, it needs to be done by embargo, period. And Steve then said, okay, can I get paid more for this? Or can I have more time or whatever? And Andre said, no, we would be having a different conversation.
Yeah.
But the fact that Steve came to him and said, hey, we got to review, we got this game. I'm the guy, you know, I'm the Final Fantasy guy. Let's hit the embargo. It's not as bad. It's definitely bad, but it's not as bad. It's not.
I also didn't know that like people got it different times, because GameXplain got it 2 days before.
Yeah. Yep.
But Vice Games got it a week before.
A week. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
That's wild. Because usually it all comes around the same time. Granted, I've gotten games day of.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I can't do anything. I don't know what to do with it. Like I could stream it, but like I don't have enough time to make things. But like I think it all depends on the creator at the same time, because they always do that.
It depends on the type of content that you make. Because I know that there's a gradient of embargoes. Like I've been sent like specifically with Nintendo, it's like there's some games that I've gotten early. There's some games that I get day of. There's some games I get way after the fact and don't ask for, like Wolfenstein. I was like, hey, you want to code for this? Okay. You know, like that sort of situation. But for us, it doesn't really matter. Like it's nice to have games early, but like I said, we're not that type of channel where we're trying to get the first thing, you know, like we're trying to make something thoughtful, not make something first.
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
it doesn't really affect us in the same
I think a lot of this comes down to like I you know, I'm an actor. I went to acting school, and like I equate a lot of this to like acting, and it's a lot of like these companies not respecting like the talent the way like a lot of old Hollywood businesses like used to do that as well. Like like obviously like I will admit like bowling definitely was like undervalued here. Like $500 for like that amount of time is ridiculous. Like I definitely have done projects for a huge amount of time, like 2 or 3 days, and I'm walking away with maybe like $100 if I'm lucky. And like that's, you know, insane, because like I'm there like all day long, I'm like in another state, and like I'm paying for like a hotel, like I'm the one, and it's coming out of my pocket because like I need to be in this, I need to do it. And you know, like these game companies like are kind of using creators as like free marketing, because like you know, like that's kind of what it is.
But the thing about it is, like, I agree with that for sure.
Yeah,
but the onus is also on you to advocate for yourself, because there's been times where several times in like the early days of fanatixfour where it's like we were making money and stuff like that, and it was fine, and like I wasn't full-time. I mean, well, I was full-time, but I wasn't making as much money as I wanted to.
Yeah.
So I was like applying for different things to like do on the side. Like I applied for a Kotaku. I got to like the final interview for that. I applied for GameSpot, Crunchyroll, got to the final interview for that. And pretty much all of those fell apart because their pitch is, hey man, it's the game industry. Everybody wants to work for this. So here's a $60,000 salary to live in the most expensive cities in the world. You know, it's like, nah, like the reason why that works is because so many gamers fall for that. It's like, dude, I'd sleep on the street to work, get money to play video games, you know?
Yeah.
Because not enough gamers do what I did with the Crunchyrolls and say, no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this for $40,000 or whatever, right? And sometimes you got to do that, you know, like I know you like people want to like do the whole hustle culture and like I'm hungry, I'll do and blah blah. But if we're then going to have the conversation of like crunch culture and like getting taken advantage of by like employers and stuff like that, I just don't understand how we can like honestly have that conversation if you don't try to advocate for yourself in that way.
Yeah. It's definitely a weird spot because I'm reading everything that like GameXplain is saying. Like they're pulling in like a lot of money, and just there definitely is an issue with GameXplain
for sure. There definitely is. Right, I agree with that 100%.
It's just such a weird space to be put in that like we're still like I think we as a society are still learning to like value like content creators and like especially video game content creators as like these new major stars. Like we're figuring it out, but like it's definitely happening slowly. Hopefully the story like shows people like, oh, if we really enjoy the content, like we need to up the pay.
Teach everybody involved. Everybody involved has something to learn from this.
And I'm not saying like
I think that like Steve and Steve and Derek and who's the last guy? Ash. Ash. They took the step that they needed to do, where it's like, okay, advocate for yourself, fight for the thing that you want by starting their own thing, right? But in that moment, I think that more could have been done or tried, because there's no guarantee that Andre would hear them say, yo, we need more pay us more, and say yes to that, you know? But from at least with what I saw with the Steve thing, where it's like the $550 rate or whatever, right? Me in that scenario, if I'm doing the Final Fantasy VII review and I know how much more time it's going to take, and you know, I'm going to say I need more money. You're paying me more 100%. Money, or I'm walking away. Period.
The game is definitely the least amount of time thing you spend on for that project. Right.
Exactly, because you got to write the review. You got to
already 35 hours.
You got to yeah. So yeah, no, I would have asked for more money. As like a boss, Andre, he needs to know how to anticipate and deal with problems that like that beforehand, because especially in this industry and stuff like that, it's not guaranteed that everybody's going to know how to advocate for themselves and know when it's okay, or how to ask for more money or ask for more resources or whatever they need, right? He needs to learn how to be a better manager and a better owner of the company that he runs. Game companies need to stop with the stupid embargoes. Like they're like,
give it
that
a week,
crap
man.
is just
Damn.
unnecessary.
This right here is insane. Like the 2 days,
but also
for Final Fantasy VII is insane.
There's also the whole thing that happened where Square took the video down.
Yeah, and that's even more, and that adds even more culpability to it for them. Like, where it's like,
Square took the video down.
Yeah, they took their video down.
Square took the video down because they mistakenly thought that GameXplain didn't have an influencer agreement with them, and what that means is like,
no, they thought that they did have an influencer agreement and not a media agreement. So because they didn't give the influencer disclosure, they took the video down. But they have a media agreement with them, so they didn't have to give that disclosure.
Wild.
Yeah,
that's kind of funny.
Is it funny? I mean, it's
like
stupid.
It's really sad funny. It's just like, oh, come on, Square, like you idiots.
Yeah, it's pretty crappy.
Yeah, I just think I don't think enough blame is being thrown on Square for this. I think people are gung ho about the
cancel
whole
culture, bro. It all goes
Andre
back to the
thing.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think Andre, do not get me wrong on this. Andre handled this like trash, and he should feel terrible about it if he has any conscience at all.
Boo on you, Andre.
Boo
on you.
But Square shares just as much, if not slightly more, blame in this.
Yeah.
Square, boo on you. You hear that, Tetsuya? Go to your room and think about what you did.
Okay, Jackson.
Make your games shorter and less confusing.
I love how you're the one who's saying that, but you are a diehard Square fan.
Yeah, you love.
I'm a huge diehard.
You would play
Square
a game
fan.
for 180 hours, and it could just be.
But also, no, they don't even have to do that. Just don't care. Right. It doesn't matter if the game leaks. Who cares? It's red, green, and blue dots on the screen. Nobody cares what happens to Cloud at the end of the game. If it leaks, whatever, man.
No, Jackson, stop.
That's fine. But ultimately, their policy, because they don't want you to know that whoever got stabbed by Sephiroth, meaning that there's a crunch
in 7 remake. It was about who didn't get stabbed.
Yeah, I understand. Fine, whatever. My point is that shouldn't matter as much as the repercussions that come from their dumb policy.
I don't even want to put this. I don't want to put this on anyone. I think we just as a culture need to learn like.
Nah, man,
you need to give time for these
on
reviews
all those
to come
people,
out.
For sure.
It's on all those people, but like we need to like just be like boo on you but like devs
and learn from it.
Creators, let's all learn from it. Like
they won't
give us no, they absolutely will not. We'll be having this conversation again in like 2 or 3 months, whenever the next I don't even know what big thing is releasing this year, but like when that releases, we'll be having this conversation again. Like you just need to give more time for game reviews, especially for games that are like as big as Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal. I'm trying not to name JRPGs, but they're the only things that are coming into my mind right now. Last of Us Part 2,
things that are that long.
Anything like that, like any game like that, like you need to give more time, like because like obviously like we as creators, we want to make your game like look the best it possibly can,
or not.
What?
Yeah, or if it's bad, no.
Or not, but like, or we want to do the best job for you. I'll phrase it like that. And we can't do
more
that.
so that our audience, like we're not making, we're not directly making whatever video for the company, you know, like we want to be fair. And like, if a game's good,
the end of the day, you are
good,
selling the game. But
the onus for you, like, it helps the company, but what your goal should be is to be straight and honest with your audience about whatever the game is, you know?
Yeah, no, you're right. 100%. It's a weird time. Cancel culture, it exists. I mean, I guess we'll just see what happens. Like, this is,
I mean, there's still people at GameXplain. They sound like they're happy.
I know a few of them,
if
dude.
That's
like
pressure or whatever. You know, it could very much so be a gun to your head. Like, you better say that I treat you well. I swear to Lord, I'll no longer pay you your $500.
You want that $550? That's your assignment.
Yeah.
That's your video. Just say that I pay you well.
Okay, let you talk.
I know one of the current guys there, Joey Ferris, and he, in this Vice interview, he does say like, oh yeah, I couldn't meet the embargo for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and they told me to not burn myself out. So it's like, okay, they told him not to burn himself out, but then what happened a year ago? And like, people are, you know, so it's weird because there's so
totally
many,
could be a thing that like this was like their black sheep, and like Andre can look at this scenario and be like, I fucked up here, not gonna let it happen again. But he just never vocalized that to anybody.
He did it.
He did it. You said it too. He was going to be the first one to do it.
Yeah,
I did it. Oh no!
Yeah, you did.
This isn't yet to be determined, sir. This is directly to you.
No.
I'm not editing it, so iTunes, I hope you're fine.
AJ, I'm so sorry.
It's cool, dude. It's cool.
No, you're not. Anyway, let's move on.
God, no,
I think we have. I think this comment is way too long for this. Maybe we'll return to it in a future episode. We'll move to Q&A, and then maybe we'll cycle back. If Q&A moves fast, maybe we'll go back to the comment. But right now, let's go Q&A. We're answering questions from the community, dude. Starting with the YouTube community post that I posted, and I said, yo, E and Skootish are here. Skootish is going to say bad words, even though he's going to act holier than that. I've never cursed, dude. I yeet those words out of...
Dude, I'm so upset. I did
come
so
in my house
good.
and swear.
Oh, man.
Matthew Cross comments on the community post. Kraus. Says, hey, boys, hope this finds you well. It does. I'm great, other than wanting to murder Skootish. Lately, something that I have been thinking about is the difference between people who actually play retro games and people that only like collecting retro games. I find myself caught up in the rush when evaluating brands and considering buying a pocket emulator. I stopped myself, though, because I know it would only end up a tchotchke.
Tchotchke. It's literally behind me. Like it's all those are tchotchkes at this point.
Nice. My presumption is that a retro game market is fueled by nostalgia and FOMO, and most people don't end up playing all of the old games that everyone says are so good. In 2021, the historical game library is too big and no feasible way for most people to play every game from decades past. Stay well. TLDR, retro games are a novelty that everyone says they like, but only a select few people actually play them.
I will, as someone who does collect a lot of stuff, because I really do. Case in point, that Mario Kart video, that was all my stuff. You know, a lot of collecting is memory. So yeah, a lot of things I've collected, I've played those games before, but there's things that I want that I've never played. Like but eventually things that I want that are collectibles that I will play. But there are things.
But the question is like, because I know that there's moments like the classic library on the Switch, right? Where it's like everybody's asking for this, and they play it the day that it comes out, and they're like, "Look, I'm playing Yoshi's Island," and then they just don't finish it. You know, like I'm done.
Well, I think Jackson, I think you and I have talked about this before about the idea of the idea of playing older games. It's like, why am I going to play an old game when the graphics for these like newer games are just so beautiful and all that stuff? And it's like, well, it's just because, man, like I could still like go in and play Super Mario and like be good with it, you know. But I don't know. Collecting I feel is subjective. It really is. So
you know what the best
it really all depends on why
the best way I can describe this is I think Nintendo, they make games that are like truly timeless. I think I can go back to at most Nintendo games that I've never touched before, even if they're on the NES, and I'll play them and I'll want to beat them.
Urban Champion.
Yeah.
It's the best game. Dude.
But like look at that retro PlayStation that came out. That thing is terrible. It's garbage. It's trash. And it's because those games don't play well anymore. All that is good
for is hacking, to be real.
Yeah. Those games just do not play well. Minus Final Fantasy VII on it. Like that thing's
also garbage, trash, bad company. Cancel them.
I'll attack you.
Well, I think that. Well, I think that. I mean, I agree with that, but I think there's a novelty to it too. It's like, I want a tiny PS1. Yeah. Like why not?
Novelty. PS1 aside, I'm just saying I'm talking about the games strictly.
And that's and that's what the question is. It's like
it's about the games.
Is the novelty the reason why? Is it the amiibo situation where it's like there's software associated with this thing, but I just want the plastic Mario, dude. Like that's what I want.
I think it's mostly the novelty.
I'll agree with that.
I cannot play retro games. Again, what even defines retro? Like,
I think
2 generations.
Okay, I can play.
So now, the Wii is considered retro.
360
now.
I can.
360, PS3, Wii are considered
play some
retro now.
Retro games, but I don't think I'll ever be told, "Hey, you should play this weird hit game from the Xbox that you've never played because your mom didn't let you have an Xbox because she didn't want you to play Call of Duty and Halo." I will never go back and play that game because it will look terrible. It plays terrible. Someone gave me Dead Space and made me play Dead Space. That game I hated because of how old it is. Like, I see the age really well on games, which might be maybe a crazy thing to say, but I
think it depends on the company, because I think that there's definitely time, like the ports situation, right, with stuff like 3D World and blah blah blah. It's like, especially with Nintendo, like you were saying, like they got timeless games and stuff like that. When it's a game that came out last generation on the Wii U, that's a new game. That's a game that literally they could drop on Switch and nobody knew that it came out, other than the fact that you can go on Wikipedia and see that it did. Yeah, and that's the thing that will stop people from like being like, this isn't a game. I hate this. I didn't own a Wii U. I don't even know what a Wii U looks like. But because I know that this game released on something that's called Wii U, apparently, it's old game bad. I don't like it. And I think that specifically is a dumb attitude to have. But I also resonate with Skootish's attitude on that, because like I have this weird relationship with the games that I play, where it's like I talked about before, is like the content that I make and things that I do job wise are driven by what I want to do, just by what I think would be fun to do, right? So I'll make a video about the game that I'm currently playing right now. The game that I'm currently playing right now will be something that I think I can make a video about. So it's like this weird thing of like, why would I play freaking? Why would I play Yoshi's Woolly World? I'm not going to make a video about that, you know? Like,
I get that. Like, like I'm very much in that. I mean, I don't really play video games, but like I'm very much in the sense, because that's the meme. I'm in the sense of like, okay, I get a game, I'm going to play it, but like, like if I were to choose, it'd be a newer game over an older game. Like, I think collecting the games I do think that nostalgia is a huge deal. And that's why people spend money on these things and buy a giant Majora's Mask, because they love that game. But like, that's my favorite Zelda game of all time. And I can play
but I think that's very different
about it, but it's different. Yeah.
It's not the same
that's
thing
like
as being
your
like,
all-time
you better
favorite.
put Majora's Mask on the Switch for the fact that I just want to have the Majora's Mask icon on my home screen. Am I going to actually play a game? Probably not. But you better put it on there because I want the icon to be sitting there. That's different from buying like a statue or like a plushie 100%. Or whatever, you know.
Never played Majora's Mask. I'd play it.
You should.
It's
not
Breath
Breath of the Wild. No, it's not Breath of the Wild, so it's a bad game. We're moving to Twitter. Starting with Parker. No, I'll start with Bob. Because his comment is stupid and dumb, and I don't even understand completely what he's talking about. Bob Wolf. Who is
Bob is
that?
literally texting me right now.
All right.
Do any of us know who this Bob Wolf?
I'm assuming
guy?
He is a wolf.
I don't know, but he has my phone
Terrifying.
number. He's
Block
texting
him.
me right
How
now.
did that happen?
Block it.
I don't know. Anyway,
this person says, "I've got a question. Where do you get off?"
Back base station in Boston. Moving on.
Oh, he is jealous.
Why? I see. I don't even completely understand why he asked this, because this all happened in succession of Parker tweeting something about the original Mario game not being as good as Super Mario Bros. 2, specifically Doki Doki Panic with the Mario skin. And Bob hates that game, so I tagged Bob in that to be like,
Mario game.
Bob, yell at Parker. So I don't know if he's talking about that, or if he's talking about
or just asking
him not
us.
being here. Yeah, or him not being here on this.
And that's why I responded with, "What, are you jealous?" Like,
so
I
want him
I
to
feel
be.
like it's just a Bob question. Like I did a different podcast earlier this week, and I asked for questions, and he asked, why are you like this?
No, that question made sense. I would have asked that too. That I understood.
You did, because like 6 people agreed. So, was that question asked, Jackson?
No, because she thought it was a joke. And so
why are you like this, Jackson?
Well, it's a lot of lack of self-confidence, bullying in high school. It's a lot. I had a bunch of fun nicknames in high school,
Top 3 Skootish nicknames that were fun.
God.
Okay, well, 2 of them I'm not allowed to say. The last one was Butt Pirate, and then I got to spend lunch period in my locker, and I got detention because I wasn't accounted for at lunch because I was in a locker.
Oh, so you're a sitcom character. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm too large to be put in lockers. My nicknames were Mophead and Bigfoot, so I'm fine.
You weren't getting thrown in a lot. I didn't know that was a thing that people did. Like, do people really actually get swirlies, or is that just a Saved by the Bell thing?
It seems like a Saved by the Bell.
I've been shoved in the lockers and stuff, but I've never gotten a swirly. I got Wet Willies, spitballs.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
You know about pockets, AJ?
No.
So like I went to a private school. I went to an all boy private school, and the freshmen through juniors had to wear, at some point during the year, they had to wear button downs and ties, while the seniors could wear polos, right? So at the last day of shirt and ties, all the seniors would come to the underclassmen and take the pocket from their shirt and just rip it off. And sometimes it would just have the pocket come off. Sometimes the entire shirt would rip off. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. I only got pocketed once, and it sucked. It sucked because it was my favorite shirt that I wore, and I was like, it's the last day, but I'm not gonna get pocketed, and I got pocketed.
Rip.
Because people knew it was my favorite shirt. It was a fun time.
Rip.
Then why would you wear it?
I don't know. It was like a challenge.
You want to feel good. You want to feel good.
Rip.
But
yeah, whatever, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Parker's here. He said, okay, next Mario game is being developed. Bowser is on vacation, and he brought the rest of the primary antagonists along with him. Tell me about the new, quote, big bad, or bads, if you want, for this upcoming Mario game. Also, what's the best kind of soup? We'll answer the first thing first.
Chicken noodle. Oh.
Ramen.
I like tomato soup.
Wait, is ramen soup?
Yeah,
Yes,
ramen's
of course
100% soup, dude.
Is pho? Is pho soup?
Yes. It's
Okay, then
it's-
I'm changing my answer to pho. I considered it something differently.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude,
Actually,
the best soup
I'll
is
say-
spaghetti.
Is that soup?
No, it's
Hey, sure, whatever. It doesn't matter.
The best soup
Is cereal soup?
the
It
best
is.
soup is
It
soup.
is.
That is.
1000%.
Gross.
In
I hate
terms
thinking
of
about that.
What?
next Mario
Why is
game
it
being
gross?
developed, Jackson doesn't like breakfast. Please, let's not get into this.
No, I like cereal.
Like,
Oh, we
it's
got to
like-
talk about. We're talking about breakfast.
We are talking about breakfast. There's
no
a breakfast
joke.
question.
This was
There's a
episode one
breakfast
of our
question.
podcast.
This is episode 2. Nice try. Okay,
Good for
so
you. I tested you.
guys, let's figure this out. We have to remember the last Mario villains that were introduced were literally the Easter bunnies. So we need to think of
I'm
something
sorry. There
as
was a dragon.
Oh, there was a dragon.
Mhm.
There was a Dark Souls dragon.
There was a Monster Hunter character.
We need to
Yeah.
think something as stupid or as cool as a dragon and the Easter bunnies. We can do this.
So
Evil. Okay.
wait, I'm upset. I'm upset that in the order that you named it, dragons are stupid and the Easter bunny's cool.
Oh no! That was a misspeak. I meant to be the Easter bunny. I hate the bunnies. In honesty, I hate them. I hate them so much. They are so dumb. To
I
me,
feel
I
like
don't disagree.
she can't even say like, oh, what if Princess Peach was bad? Because like all the Paper Mario games
She is bad. She
are
is bad.
that.
She's
wait, what?
the paper nothing.
Freaking-
I
Peach
don't know.
gaslights Mario, dude.
She
That's very-
does.
she's super
She
toxic.
does.
Toxic.
She's super toxic. Daisy's way better, even though she's.
Oh
loud.
man. Oh man. How
This
crazy
is
would it
me.
be if they
This
made
is
a
me.
Mario game? They made a well, no, they already did that. Wario was the bad guy in a Mario game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right.
Yo, make it Waluigi, and the premise is that he's mad that he's not in Smash.
In-
Just break the fourth wall.
Yeah,
A
I feel like that would make Smash Bros. Toxic people that want Waluigi and Dante and all
Yeah.
those people.
a
That would
thick
make them super upset.
axolotl that
What?
speaks with a southern accent.
What? What did you just say to me?
Axolotl.
What's an axolotl?
A
The animal?
Yeah, it's an animal.
That's axolotl.
Axolotl. Okay.
It's AXIOLTL or
A-
something.
Here, put it on the
a-
screen. We have
a
technology
thick-
for this. Show the people what it is.
He doesn't know about Zoom, dude.
Screen share. Press the screen share button.
I got it.
Nice.
A thick
Oh, that's
axolotl.
Mudkip. It's Mudkip.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Mudkip.
a thick axolotl that speaks in a southern accent.
Oh, okay.
And
So
that
a
is the new
southern
Mario
axolotl.
villain.
Does he have like fire ears? Because I love axolotl's ears. They also look so happy.
I
They do.
believe he will have sticky water abilities, which will stop Mario's movements.
What? So
Yeah,
is this
it is
a
a-
And
Sunshine
then
game?
he headbutts Mario or
Actually, that'd be
body
pretty
slams
cool.
Mario because he is thick.
Is this a
Ew.
Sunshine game?
Flood could come back in this game.
Got you. Are there like? Does he have like, like mini boss characters?
Can it be like he has the
He
sticky
has-
goo, and when
he-
people get hit by the goo, they turn bad? It could be like that.
He has the tadpole bros.
Ew.
And they're little
Tadpole.
tadpoles with legs. They're not
And they
fully
tell little
formed
I'm into
frogs.
tales.
But
So
then
I
in
don't
the
even- I
final
don't know if they're
level,
called tadpoles
they
or
become fully formed frogs.
Mhm.
And
So wait, do they freaking take over?
They do the
Do they usurp him?
Skip.
Did
They
they
do
kill
a
their
skippity-
dad?
They do a skippity loo dance. They link arms and spin really
Alright,
fast
oh
while
my
punching
God.
Mario.
Mhm.
So this is a new this is a Mario Bros like Dream Team type game. This is like that one, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga type thing.
Mhm.
Because I love those games too. That seems like something that would be for that.
Yeah, dude.
Your
I was
silence
thinking
says
of
nothing.
I was
Jackson.
thinking of Odyssey 2. I think I just provided
It
the enemy
still
of
sounds
Odyssey
like
2.
It still sounds like you made a Mario Sunshine game, but whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, when you say Bowser's on vacation, that immediately makes me think he could
Yeah, that
talk.
I thought Odyssey.
So,
I thought Sunshine 2
So
as well.
yeah, so
Honest-
Sunshine too. makes
Sunshine
sense.
as well.
Mhm. So Duncan catches him. Yeah. He says top 3 foods in gaming. For example, the melon from Yoshi's Story,
ooh.
Grandma's soup from the Wind Waker.
Okay.
I do like dubious food from Breath of the Wild because it just Link's face where he's like, oh, it's I know Parker made that joke, but
All right.
like that was a good pick, and I will go for that.
Okay.
Final
we'll put
Fantasy
dubious
15.
food on there.
Cup
I don't-
noodles.
Shut up.
No, it looks so good. All
And-
the food in 15 looks so good.
No, dude, that's not video game food, dude.
I mean,
So that'd be like weeb food.
so does it
is
not
weak
count?
Food.
Like-
no, it doesn't count because it's literally food that just actually exists.
So okay, so like I can't choose any of that food because like
Yeah, it has to be like very specific.
Like you could choose like a rock. Like
Yeah.
a rock that the Gorons eat, like that type
Yeah.
of stuff, like weird. Why is this food? But it's food type thing.
dude, I'm
You know what else? The curry from Smash is
Oh,
great.
yeah,
the
like
spicy
they're always
curry.
running around on fire.
Yeah.
That's just curry,
yeah.
man.
It is just curry. It is just curry, and also I don't even
But
know.
no, but you don't.
I
Do you
think
shoot
that's-
fire out your mouth when you eat curry?
No, but it's not like it's not like
Look at
Grandma's
this,
soup in
man.
Wind Waker. Like, what type of soup is that? What is it?
Oh, that's not what I.
That's
wanted.
the type of stuff that
Yeah, I kinda wanna
like
try
the
Grandma's
melon
soup.
from Yoshi's Story. What kind of fruit is that?
Jackson.
It looks
like-
good.
There you go, Jackson.
It looks good. Like that looks delicious.
it.
Yeah, but
Is it
it's
literally just cup
literally
noodle?
just-
It's literally cup
literally
noodle.
Just cup noodle, dude.
Yeah, I know it's literally cup noodle. It also
So that's
also has
not
slices
video
of
game
behemoth
food.
in it. It has slices of behemoth in it.
No, dude.
It
No.
literally
Wow.
is a mythical
So,
beast
we can't
inside
get
my
that.
cup
I'll
noodle.
take- I'll-
Okay.
that link video? Like what's happening? Like
I don't really know video game food is the only problem. And he one of the examples he gave was a melon from Yoshi.
Yeah, the melon from Yoshi's Story. But look at it.
It's a
dude.
watermelon.
No, it's not.
no.
I'm gonna Google melon from Yoshi's Story, and I swear to God, if it's just a watermelon, I'm gonna lose my god.
You could say damn. You could say
Crazy
goddamn.
mind.
You could say goddamn.
No,
You can
I
say
will
damn.
not.
You
I'm
said
gonna
damn
stop
and
my.
crap
I'm gonna
and-
stop myself. I'm gonna stop myself. It's a slippery
You already
slope.
said
Yeah,
it.
that's what you
I
said
know.
last
I'm
time.
so mad at myself still. I
Yeah.
really didn't want. I really was like being good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I knew that you wouldn't. I already knew. I already knew.
I'm really sorry. I
You did.
really
Called
respect
this right
this,
before
and I
we
really
started.
appreciate that you invited me. Thank you for inviting me.
Mhm.
This
Well,
is literally a
technically you invited
watermelon. This
yourself.
is
You invited
literally a
yourself, but-
watermelon.
He did.
He didn't hear you, bro.
I said
It's
you
not.
invited
It's not a
yourself,
watermelon.
technically,
It's like a
It's not a
honeydew.
watermelon.
It's like
Yeah,
a
it's-
honeydew.
Yeah. It is like a honeydew. So
It's like
so
a weird
it's literally
honeydew.
just a fruit. Okay, fine. We'll do stupid cup noodles from your Wii game.
Whatever, man. Whatever. You know, Poffins. I want to try Poffins from Pokemon.
Oh,
Yeah,
aren't
sure.
those made of Pokemon? Like
No, they're
I don't
made
eat
from
Pokemon.
berries.
Screw it.
dude.
Like, let's do it. Like,
Yo,
no, I
honestly,
know, I know.
straight up though, if it was offered,
Yo, but what
I would
is it?
I would I
no,
I would
Slowpoke
eat a
tail,
milk
dude.
tank. I would
We
eat a
could
milk
literally
tank
just do
burger.
slowpoke tail.
No, I wanna
That's-
eat a milk tank.
Sure, you can eat that.
I'd eat a Tauros too.
It's horrible.
That's messed up.
I'd eat a
Please stop.
Bauflin. I don't care.
Somebody tell
Okay.
PETA. Moving on.
They already
Mega
tried.
Man says, "Why isn't Mars banned on the fanatixfour Discord?" I don't know, dude. What did he do? Present the case.
Oh, cancel Mars.
What did he do?
Oh my god, it's just Mars. Just
What did
Mars
he
about
do,
everything.
right?
Like
That's
Like,
crazy.
this is what it is.
God, like honestly, like if I had to list off some things that he did, oh
Do
my
it.
God, he's the fourth planet in the solar system.
No,
just like
no.
the Roman god of war. It's just, I would ban him. He's banned on my Discord. I
God,
get him
I don't
out.
believe that. I don't believe
Get him
that.
out. He's banned.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that at all.
That's fair.
Speaking of that, Mara said, "Yo, what would be your breakfast tier list between French toast, waffles, pancakes, and crepes, and why?
Ooh.
And what would be your preferred accompanying foods to any of those?" So this was in response to my stream yesterday, and we were talking about this because somebody said something about
your tier list?
pancakes being better than waffles or something like that. I was like, "You're stupid, you're an idiot, you're just big and dumb." My tier list specifically is waffles, French toast, crepes, then pancakes. Pancakes can get the F out.
Wow.
Okay.
I
hot
would
take.
do. Yeah, I like chocolate chip pancakes, but like if I were to do a tier list, it'd be waffles, crepes, pancakes, French toast.
I would do I would
love
do
crepes,
pancakes,
but yeah, waffles, or
waffles,
pancakes.
Crepes are good.
French toast.
No, you're
crepes.
stupid. I'm never inviting Skootish back.
Dude,
He's never coming back.
I'm trying, man.
Man, but pancakes for how can you do that?
I like pancakes. I love IHOP. I love free pancake
Nobody
day.
likes pancakes. Nobody likes pancakes. People like stuff that goes with pancakes.
I
Like
would-
pancakes by themselves are garbage, and they're not even conducive to
pancakes.
things. Like they're accompanied with things a lot, but they're not a good form factor to pair with things. Like waffles is better with pairing with things, and crepes are better for pairing with things for different reasons. Like crepes are like nice
It's
and
true.
thin and stuff. So it's
Crepes you can have for
and
breakfast
waffles
and
and have
lunch.
literal pockets.
I have
Pancakes are
for
just
dinner.
freaking bread. Like,
I'm trying.
and not even-
Wait, hold on. Aren't pancakes just thick crepes?
Yes, and that makes them
Let's get
worse
meta,
crepes.
dude.
That makes them worse crepes. That makes them less
Oh.
effective
Okay,
at
fine,
being
fine.
crepes.
Well, I like pancakes, and I know how to stick up.
That's how you
for
know
myself
that it's
now.
wrong. You hear this, people? Anybody that likes pancakes the best, you share an opinion with Jackson.
I
Moving on,
God.
accompanying food
Okay.
with waffles and whatnot. Waffles with ice cream is God tier. You guys obviously chicken and waffles, exactly.
I like
Hell
a
yeah.
nice breakfast steak with my pancakes.
What?
Jesus Christ! If I get a oh my God! If I get a crepe, I'm doing that's just a lot of that's a
Steak,
lot of
eggs, and
carbs, bro.
pancakes.
That's really like
Yeah. What?
I would get steak and eggs, but I wouldn't get
Uh-huh.
pancakes too. Is I think my
Yeah, that's
Um,
crazy, dude. Pigs in a
Oh,
that's a
blanket.
lot.
If I'm
Crepes-
forced, if gun to my head, I gotta get pancakes. Freaking pigs in a blanket, dude.
Ooh, you're right. But the best I would get like a crepe with strawberry, banana, and Nutella. That's like crack, dude. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
some
down.
good
I'll
stuff.
have it. I'm down with that.
Hell yeah.
Moving on.
Word up.
Cool.
Cowboy D5 says, "What is your take on the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl rumors as this year's holiday game? Bacon or breakfast sausage?"
Is that part of the same question? Like,
Listen. The Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, they're not going to be Diamond and Pearl remakes. It's going to be Pokemon Bacon and Pokemon Breakfast Sausage, obviously.
Nice.
I hate you. Imagine, I would be so upset if they started making Pokemon food. Like,
Yeah.
No, Baconator.
I mean, they already have Vanillix, and that's like an ice cream cone. I really don't want more.
It's true. But somebody who said this, it was a hashtag influencer, dude. Somebody was like, I don't know how long I've been checked out of Pokemon, but they literally just have a toucan. I'm like, if I hear this Pokemon,
that was I saw that too.
Who said it? It was a prominent person. It's somebody you guys probably saw that tweet if you're listening to the podcast.
I totally did. Oh my god, toucan Pokemon tweet. I don't even know. Oh, it was wait, I think Philly messaged him. Oh my god, I don't remember.
It was something,
but it was definitely something with the toucan. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It was very stupid because some of the first Pokemon is literally just bird, rat. They're like, it's always been like that.
Seriously.
Always.
It was she says. She says goes,
That's
I'm sorry,
it's
been a while for me, guys. Did Pokemon really sneak a toucan in the series and just call it a wrap? And it got 7,000 likes.
Very stupid. God. It's very dumb. That's a bad take. Because it's always been like that.
And someone was like, yo, dude, Pidgey, Sparrow, Rattata, rat, Magikarp, a fish. Like, it's like, what do you think, dude?
And I love Pokemon and always have. It's always been like that, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's true. We talked about potential for a sequel, though, I feel, in the early years. So
yeah, we did. I'm down. Give it to me. I want it. Breakfast sausage also. I like, but
I'm a
like
bacon
I used
guy.
to. I used to straight up not like bacon. But I'm learning that I like bacon when it's with certain things. Yeah, no, it used to make me feel sick.
No, I understand what AJ's saying here.
I get that. Yeah.
But now it's
if
fine.
I had to pick,
it's fine.
I'd pick bacon.
Yeah, but
I get all of that.
I think I like breakfast sausage more. But I'm fine with bacon now. I used to hate it, but now I'm fine. It can exist. It's allowed now.
Now it's okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
GK Dope Esquire says P25 Music, the Universal Music Group, the Pokemon Company collab to celebrate the 25th anniversary is going to kick off with Katy Perry as the quote headliner. There will be more artists announced throughout the year. Which music artists would you want to make Pokemon themed music? Which Universal Music Group do you expect is most likely to make Pokemon themed music? I want Kendrick Lamar to make a Pokemon song.
That'd be
awesome.
I feel like Chance the Rapper could do something cool too.
I want Tyler the Creator to
yes,
that'd be the
awesome.
craziest. You'd be like, what is going on? I don't want to play the game anymore.
That would be so cool.
That would be dope.
Universal Music Group owns everything, so I don't even.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be dope if like I don't know, like maybe like Blink-182 made a cover or something.
Yeah, they can do that.
Like like I don't know. It's there's so many music groups you could pick from.
I want Bowling for Soup to make one.
Why?
Because they did a really good job with Phineas and Ferb.
What?
That's so okay. Didn't they also do Scooby-Doo?
I think so.
Yes.
They also did the theme song for What's New Scooby-Doo. We were literally singing that yesterday on our podcast. Oh man, that's nuts.
They could do it.
Who do I think? I don't know. Freaking Ariana Grande or who does Katy
Bieber,
Perry
maybe.
have beef with? Katy Perry has beef with Taylor Swift, doesn't she? They're going to do her.
Doesn't she have beef with Nicki Minaj too, or something?
What? I don't know.
Either way,
I don't know.
I'm down for the battle. If that's what's going.
Whoever Katy Perry has beef with for the battle.
I don't really care about
make that person her Gary, dude. Like,
Rise says, "Are there any desires for Breath of the Wild 2 other than the ones that you said in this week's video? What does Skootish and E want out of Breath of the Wild 2?" I'd be down for some sort of like crafting system. I was going to talk about that, but
I like that too.
I think it kind of distracted from what I was talking about. I mean, it didn't in the sense that I was like new things because that's a new thing for Zelda. But it wasn't additive. It was just like, this is also a thing that I want. It's not on brand or on theme with the overall topic, but I want that. I'd be down for that. But what do you guys have?
I think it would be dope to have like a crafting system, but I also feel like maybe if they go more in depth with like the cooking, where it could do other things that's not just like, oh, I could stay warm or I gain health. Like what if it gave you like different powers? Like what if they were to do something where you didn't have the Zora armor, right? And you can't like swim like that. But what if you were able to eat something and then be able to go underwater for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That like if they, because you know how like they have the general, most of Breath of the Wild is like code. It's if this then that. Their if this then that for cooking is like if you cook animal with plant or whatever, it's food. If you cook monster with any other type of creature, it's a potion or like, something like that. I think that they should mess with that a little bit and say,
give some Harry Potter love, man. Like make it weird.
If you like pair a Lizalfos with something that would taste good with Lizalfos in the universe, then that would net you a good food result, and then that could be the way to be like, okay, if you cook a water Lizalfos with Zora fruit of some kind, it gives you that like stat boost that the clothing or armor or accessory would.
I want the Minish in Breath of the Wild too.
No, you're not allowed. That goes against what I said in the video.
Okay.
Because specifically in the video, I'm basically saying like it's annoying that most people that are talking about Breath of the Wild 2 are like, but what if Breath of the Wild 2 was like other Zelda games? And the whole point of Breath of the Wild was to not be like other Zelda games and break those conventions. So to reintroduce
it'd be cool to see
to that game is weird.
It'd be cool to see the Minish, though. I kind of agree with Jackson. It'd be like, it'd be dope to see them, even though you really can't. Like, what if they were like, all right, cool, now you're tiny. Like, what? Like, then it's weird, though. You are right, but it would be cool if they did like more DLC where it has like
if they did that in a way that like mechanically was entirely different than how they did it in other games and stuff like that. I'm down for that because obviously there's stuff that is conventions in Zelda games that's in Breath of the Wild, like swords. Like there's still swords and the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild, but how it's handled is entirely different. So like if they introduce it in a way that's completely different, I'm down for that. So continue. What's your pitch? How would it make it different? How are we making it different?
Oh God, I don't know. I just wanted to be real teeny tiny and have there to be like a whole hidden like village. That's what I miss a lot. I missed a lot from
being tiny.
Wild. No, it's like it'd be cool if like we like went tiny and like it was an entirely different world. Like they're like, oh, like the big world's like going like dying. That's crazy. Like we're thriving down here. Like we're like booling. We have a whole castle. Like enjoy our castle. Like I think that'd be really cool. That'd be really neat because like I love Hyrule, like Central Hyrule, like seeing like the whole town, like all the NPCs being like, what's a Ganondorf? We're just chilling right now, my guy. Like I love that kind of aspect of Zelda, and we didn't get that in Breath of the Wild, save like through like memories and whatnot. So being able to like see something like that would be really cool. But no, I hear what you're saying about not wanting to go back to like preconceived like Zelda like notions, and I can't think of any way to like make the Minish appear different than they would in the Minish cap, or like have that mechanically be different or unique to the rest of the game, other than like, hey, do you want like a secret item? There's a little tunnel right there, but you have to shrink down to get it. Where are you gonna shrink? I don't know.
Okay.
Like I don't know how to do that.
As you're saying that just now sounds cheesy. Like, because I don't want someone to giggle at me.
That's what it would be. That being said, also instead of shrines, because I don't want to go do the shrines again, I want them to be like crypts. I think that could be cool and make it different.
I feel like that's what's going to be it now, also because of like how that trailer plays out, where they go and see like the dead Ganon or whatever. I feel like that would be an interesting like a difference to this game. But
I mean, the problem is right now is like I could say anything that I want right now because we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know anything.
We don't know anything.
Which is
we're throwing darts at a board. I'm more receptive of this once we get like another trailer and we learn a little bit more of like what's actually there, and I could be like, ooh, I hope like this appears somehow, because like right now, like I can say anything, and
Well, I mean, that's the point, though. Like,
Yeah, I
nobody's
know,
saying,
I
what
know
do
that.
you
Yeah, that's the
think
question.
is going to
Yeah,
happen?
no,
They
I
didn't say,
know.
what do you think is going to happen? What do you want to happen? Because what do you want to happen becomes less of a possible question to answer once we know more of what it actually is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I hope flying comes back, like
Skyward Sword.
yeah, like well, I never played Skyward Sword, but I always thought that was really cool that we got like a bird, like if we could like get one of those like birds, like I think that'd be cool. Or
I don't
like
know how they would. I don't know how they would implement
that. Wouldn't
I think
wouldn't
that would
work
break
though,
the
'cause they're
game. Yeah, I think that
extinct.
would break the game.
Yeah.
I
Also
mean,
that.
yeah,
Like
but,
Jackson,
like-
I don't know, Jackson. I don't know if you know, but like the Hylia shield is like that. You know that the
no,
bird
no,
that's
no,
on
I
there
no,
is
I
the-
get, I get it. Like I
Making sure you
understand
know
that. No, but like I don't know,
bird's
like
dead. Like
when has Breath of the Wild cared about the Zelda timeline anyway? Like there's things that like that are there that like
seems like it cares a
shouldn't
lot.
physically be there. No, I
Breath
don't
of the
think
Wild cares about the timeline a lot because no other game is around the same time. That's the one game where like, all right, we're way in the future now.
I've everything I've read is like it breaks the timeline. Even like I believe I say like it's like a merge. It's like crazy.
But
Listen, I'm just
exactly,
saying
that's
it wouldn't
the
be.
thing.
It wouldn't be insane. Me, like I said what I wanted. Then you guys are like they're all.
I didn't say
dead.
insane. I said that's the thing. That's
But they are dead. But they are dead.
Yes.
Well, this one's not.
No, dude.
I mean, it'd be cool if they found one bird, but they gave him a motorcycle, so I don't really know where to go from there, man. Like,
I mean, I have
either way, I'm
like,
excited.
I agree with what E said, but also the main thing for me that like giving Boy Zelda a bird, it will break the loop. Like the whole point of the game is like, okay, climb to that thing. That's the puzzle, climbing up to the thing, and your reward for climbing up to the thing is your ability to jump off of that thing and glide to another thing. If you can just fly now, that breaks that loop.
I don't know. Maybe it's special. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like I just think flying is like could be a thing. Like
Depends on how they handle
right,
it.
so
I
flying's
could,
your
like
thing.
if they do it well
Yeah,
and they
sure.
and they make it a good game mechanic, which is just generally hard in video games, I'd be down.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we're on the last question. What are we thinking? We think we want to go back to the book for the for the Zelda
I thought
thing.
there were two questions left.
I don't know.
Well,
There-
yeah,
there's
our last two
yeah, there are-
questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think
I
well,
honestly don't know if we can. go
yeah,
back
I
to
don't,
the
yeah, I
big
don't
one.
know about that. We might have
It's
to come back
3
to that a lot
pages.
in the future. So Rockin' Val, she says, so I'm a big fan of the first Dying Light game. Have you guys heard anything in reference to the second one? If they cancel that game, it'll do me a big old disappoint. Hope you all are well. Miss you guys.
Val, Dying Light is good, but I honestly don't know anything about a sequel or whatever it would be. So
Yeah,
I'm
didn't
not
they announce like a
entirely
whole
sure.
bunch of stuff
I
for
don't even
Dying
know,
Light?
dude.
Oh no, I'm thinking what is that
Let's
game
see.
called? The zombie game.
Is
I
They
know
announced,
the- I know the
sequel,
main-
like Riptide and all that crap. And like they announced a whole bunch of stuff, and then just none of that
Yeah,
stuff happened.
Dead
But that's a
Islands
different
2 is as
Yeah,
dead as
that-
the
there is
island
Dying Light too.
Dying Light 2's writer left the company after like 22 years a couple days ago. The rumor is that like, oh, he probably left because like the game's done. But I'm gonna go with the fact that we have not heard anything about it for like a couple years at this point. I would not hold your breath for that game. I think that game is dead in the water.
Dude.
I mean, it still says it's coming out this year, so who knows?
Yeah.
They haven't been having.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that
See,
really
it's
doesn't
literally
mean
week. It's
anything.
week 3, guys. So who knows?
Yeah, I'm true. That's true. But a lot of time that happens a lot with gaming companies where they're like still listed for whatever the year is, and then last day of the year they're like, oh
then
yeah,
nothing
this
happens.
game it's canceled. Like, so who knows?
yeah. Exactly.
Okay, now is the last question. Dirt Marcos says you can add one extension to your home. What would it be and why? Example, like a pool room, bowling alley, gaming room. Well, considering the fact that I'm waiting to move currently until we yeet out of this pandemic, I can't really answer this question. But I know that what I
Mhm.
want is I want to make sure that I have like a standing like studio space that's literally just that.
Yeah, I think
Because
that's
right
my
now it's
answer,
like
too.
a bunch of other stuff in here that it's like doesn't really make it conducive to that.
It'd be nice if I didn't have to sleep in the room I worked in.
Right.
That was your choice, bud.
I mean, that's the only choice I have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You live in New York. What else do you expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Like,
If I could
yeah.
add an extension to my house, more of this, more of all this, and I could like walk
more stuff,
like instead of it just being
video
like
game
a
stuff.
little shelf, it'd be a whole like wall long where I could just like, because I like the idea of using everything as like a set, and if each section is a different thing, I feel like that'd be pretty cool.
Right. Same.
You know,
I still gotta. I
So
bought
that's my thing.
shelving and stuff like that to do, but I don't want to do it here because then I gotta take all that down and do it all over
Then
again.
you gotta take it down. Yeah, totally.
Exactly. So
Makes
it's like-
sense.
It's like a
Heck yeah.
yeah, dude. Thanks for coming and being on my podcast, dude. When Parker couldn't be.
Thanks for having me, even
course,
though I
man.
invited
It's
myself.
the last time you're
apparently.
never gonna come back. You did. You
Whatever.
literally did. He
I-
invited himself too.
You made a post. I sent a
I mean,
wave,
well,
and
no,
then you-
because
Exactly,
it
but
just
you
seemed
did.
like you were doing it, and I was like, I mean, I could just jump into it this
I
point.
mean, we are very much so encouraging people to invite
You-
themselves. Please do. It's
Right,
an
but
open
All right,
invitation
you-
to
all right.
invite
you
yourself.
said it in a way where I was.
Okay,
Well,
now I
technically,
feel like
I
you're
said
threatening me
nothing.
because we haven't put you back on the podcast. So
No,
I
I
really
wasn't
know
even-
what to
I would-
do.
I literally wasn't even thinking about that,
I'm
but I
making a
should
joke.
now.
I'm making a
Now I
joke.
am.
I'm
Now I
making
am threatening you.
All right,
Now you
well,
better freaking. You've
listen,
been on my
AJ.
podcast twice. Now it's your turn. Let me
I
be
just
on
want.
yours.
I
You're
just
right.
want. I just want.
No, you're
friendship,
right.
AJ.
You're
I
right.
just want
I will
friendship.
make sure you're on the podcast. You know what I want to do? I want to have you, Bob, and Parker on, and just kind of
no.
expect Parker
The
to be
poor
like,
sweet
I don't know
child.
how to- I just
love
kind of want to
Parker.
do it now. Like,
Parker's
just,
really nice.
yeah, no, Parker's great.
I like Parker.
You're gonna traumatize
That's
this
great.
man.
But no, this was great, man. I appreciate you having us anyway. This was fun. It's
Good
always
old
fun.
times. Everybody follow and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Their stuff will be linked in the
Aw,
description.
thanks, man.
Even though
you.
Skootish is the worst person. Did you see the freaking stream that I did when I was playing Among Us with this piece of garbage? I'm never playing Among Us.
I heard about it. What
did I do?
happened?
It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I had a bad time.
I'm sorry you had a bad time. It's just kind of Among
well,
Us.
then-
It was.
Nah,
it was
man,
a
this
weird.
man was
Next time,
going
be a
out of
better
his
host.
way to murder me specifically all the time,
I-
knowing that I was
I
streaming.
never murdered you. I never murdered you.
Mm-hmm.
I never did. I wanted to, but someone beat me to it.
Exactly. But so you're telling me nobody on your stream heard you being like, murder him? Like, you're a piece of trash.
I know.
Streaming
I'm
Among
sorry.
Us sucks unless you're streaming with a bunch of people that.
I want to do prox chat with people. That's kind of my
That
new
does
wave of
sound
thing I want to
fun,
do.
but I literally will only
We should do
that
that one.
if I know everybody involved. Because
No,
that
no,
specifically
100%.
Yeah, it
was
has
not
to be,
fun
like,
because
majority
I
of it has
only
to be,
knew
like-
you.
yeah.
So it wasn't
No.
like fun. Because
No, I get it.
all
I'll
you
get
guys
that.
had your little thing where it's like,
you
oh,
can't
he
like
plays
you
like
can't be that
this, you know?
joking. Yeah, like you can't be that like joking with a rando. Like it has to be like the group. So it
Yeah.
just makes it more fun and more like you could just rag on people.
Yeah,
You
because
don't
like
wanna,
even when I'm
go the wrong
dead,
way with that.
there's multiple people that I can be like, yo, Bob 100% did this, or he didn't do this. Look at how he's doing. Look at how he's
Yeah,
walking, dude.
yeah,
He obviously
totally.
No, yeah.
how he argued that, you know. But
Yeah,
I can't do that if
yeah.
I literally just know Scootish.
100%. I agree with
agree.
you. I want to get like a group of like people together, do prox chat. I think it would be a lot of fun. And the fact that we haven't done it makes me
I
sad.
agree. I agree.
Do all
We
the
will.
YouTube
I
stuff,
promise,
like,
Jason.
comment, subscribe, share the podcast with your
Yeah.
friends.
Wow.
Rate it on iTunes, dude. It helps us out. Goodbye.
It really does.
Bye.
They don't rate our podcast anymore. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.